My name is Algimantas. I represent Creator, the Paradise Trinity. I am as his ambassador to this planet, and apostle of Master Creator Son, who has bestowed himself on our planet as Jesus of Nazareth 2,000 years ago. And his partner, Creator Daughter Nebuchadnezzar. These two creators and leaders of our local universe of Nebadon. I'm their apostle, also to this planet, named Urantia. This is the name registered in divine annals, in divine archives. So I represent Creator to this planet and on this planet. I enlighten people, all humanity, as I was conferred this mission by Creator himself to train spiritual teachers, the future spiritual teachers, that nobody else is training them. All my life is devoted to Creator. I breathe and eat Creator, the Paradise Trinity I am. Therefore, I receive revelations, teachings directly from Creator, publish books. I set up the living religion, the Paradise Trinity I am, living religion and temple, and lead the worship service of Creator at this temple. It is impossible that civilization would go on without Creator's foundation. Creator must be the foundation of each of us. And for this, you have, I stress the word, have to listen to my spiritual teachings, as they are meant for all, without any single exception. Whether you are a president, a prime minister, a king, a sheikh, a Buddhist monk, a Catholic cardinal, or the Pope of Rome, or an ordinary priest, or a beggar, homeless, or a very rich businessman, you'll have to listen to my teachings, because you cannot skip them if you want to remain in creation and on the living path of Creator's evolution. Because all creation, all the worlds, all the beings, all sons and daughters of Creator have to perform a certain mission and contribute to the implementation of Creator's evolutionary plan by doing goodness to all, to others, for the benefit of the whole of creation. Therefore, it is impossible for the civilization and for humanity to last without my teachings. How come that these teachings are so important? Because my word is not my personal. It is the living word of God being spoken by Him through my lips. He is speaking to you, to each of you, but simply you do not hear Him. Therefore, He chose me. He chose me since my childhood as His ambassador and apostle of Jesus and Nebuchadnezzar. But I started performing this mission already on a conscious level when I was, as a mortal, full-fledged and grown up person. Therefore, I know what I speak of, and I know that you will not be able to skip my teachings to get to Jesus and Nebuchadnezzar, to get to Creator, the Paradise Trinity I am, because all the teachings I present are meant for your spiritualization, for your spiritual enlightenment, for your own personal benefit as a spiritual personality. Currently, you pay all your attention to matter, to the material side of your life, to your comfort for the body, for this physical form, outer form. Meanwhile, you should first pay your primary attention to your heart. It's a metaphor. But what is within this material form? Your spiritual personality, which is potentially eternal, because you are still in a deep spiritual slumber. So your personality is not operating according to Creator's will. It does not contribute to the implementation of Creator's evolutionary plan. And my mission is to help you wake up your spiritual personality by sharing what I hear from Creator. He hails to me every single moment. And I'm deeply upset when I look around, when I see that all presidents have turned away from Creator. Even many of them pronounce with their own lips, God bless me, God bless my country. What lips can pronounce does not mean Creator's spiritual reality. Lips can pronounce many nice words, while your consciousness and subconsciousness are polluted by darkness, polluted by selfish interests, and striving for the implementation of these interests at the cost of your brethren, for your own benefit, or for your own nation or country, at the cost of other nations, at the cost of other countries. It is not what Jesus brought to this world 2,000 years ago when he taught his disciples his own gospel, the good tidings. The Father is all for all. All people are brethren. And that means the fatherhood of God and brotherhood of man. This is the living family on this planet. And now expand your mind. Our planet is a very small planet. Creation is enormous. There are many worlds with life, different orders of life. So all creation is one family, Creator's family. And we are just a very tiny part of this enormous Creator's family. Therefore, Creator is one for the whole of creation, not only for our planet, not only for our humanity, for all humans, for all souls, for all spirits. Keep in mind, all your thoughts, even incompleted, and even without fully conceived by your consciousness, are registered by your seraphim guardian. There are special abilities that enable seraphim to register every vibration of your mind. And you cannot hide absolutely anything from registration. If you're plotting something against anybody, all this is being registered. All your schemes of evil are registered. And in due time, all these copies of your thoughts, unfinished, incomplete thinking, shall be presented to the tribunal of the Ancients of Days, who preside over the divine tribunal in this super-universe, in this enormous cosmos, space that we see when we look up at the sky. Within the sky, there are myriads of different creatures, and they are operating in brotherhood. Therefore, we, as the smallest among the smallest, still possessing the material outer form, we are not yet ascending sons of Creator. We are simply being tested now should we be allowed to enter Creator's real creation. And the test is our faith. Creator requires on his part that we should have faith in him who is invisible, without any form, because he cannot limit himself to any specific one form. Nevertheless, his personality and the source and center of personality, of all personalities, and we have received our personality as an eternal gift from Creator himself. This body has been materially reproduced by our earthly material parents. But this body is temporary vehicle, means for our interaction in brotherhood, for the benefit of all. Because the inner tenant of this body is our true spiritual, eternal spiritual personality, bestowed upon us by Creator himself. And this spiritual personality should work in unison with Creator himself, because Creator has bestowed his own spirit, named a thought adjuster, on our mind. This bestowal is operating in our mind. And the Spirit of Creator is doing everything perfectly. He's a fragment of perfect, eternal Creator, of the source and center of us, each of us, as spiritual beings. Therefore, keep in mind, my teachings are meant for all of you, that you should discover Creator within through discovering his spirit within your mind. I'm just pointing at this specific part of the body, the heart area, but it's a metaphor, because your spiritual personality is the inner dweller of this form, and the personality is the master of our mind. And our mind is on this world operating through the operation of our material brain, that is affecting the performance of our central nerve system, to have this body all the time as safe and sound and ready for doing good deeds to Creator, to all, and for the well-being of all. So this enormous spiritual driving force of Creator's spirit, thought adjuster, is operating within our mind perfectly. But the problem is our untrained spiritually mind, which is of the animal, beast, and material origin. It is not the mind that Creator has designed we should operate. It is the darkness of the environment of the former leaders of our humanity that they did not manage to train spiritually. Jesus did his best to educate his apostles, to enlighten his disciples by presenting his own gospel. The fatherhood of God, brotherhood of man. I have expanded his gospel up to the fatherhood and motherhood of man, of God, and brotherhood and sisterhood of man, soul, and spirit, embracing the whole of humanity, not only the whole of creation, not only the whole of humanity on this planet. Just imagine, there are 7 trillion planets only with mortals, humans, and they're also our brethren. Once we're resurrected by the verdict of the tribunal of the trio of the Ancients of Days, on the 3rd day after we pass away on this world, we'll be given a higher frequency vibration form of our soul identity with this very same spiritual personality that I am presenting this spiritual teaching to you in this very moment. And we shall be first congratulated on our resurrection in a higher status by our seraphim guardian, who is operating even today to help each of us, that we would turn from evil to goodness, from pursuing only material interests to spiritual enlightenment and brotherhood already now, without putting off anything until tomorrow. Just think for a while whether or not you have encountered such situations that you escaped some danger just by a width of your hair, as if something has stopped you from just getting involved in any accident or encountering some dangerous experience. I think you will recall such episodes as people being controlled by this animal, beast, origin, material mind. Quite often they are absent-minded. They cannot focus their attention anywhere, and even in dangerous circumstances. And still, they manage to survive. And they, in quite many episodes, considered that it was just a lucky chance. There is no any lucky chance in creation. Everything is arranged by Creator. That humans would have assistance on the part of Creator's providence. And providence is a collective of different orders of spiritual personalities invisible to us, operating to help us, and remaining invisible. And people, without having any knowledge about the operation of providence and seeing no member of the providence with their own material eyesight, considered that it was a lucky chance that they escaped some danger. They simply skip it. Meanwhile, you should know you are being assisted. Therefore, listen to my words with a sincere and in-depth attention. Think. If you skip my teachings now, simply going on pursuing your own selfish interests and receiving even abundance of material wealth, share this wealth with those who are in need. If you operate in the field of weapon manufacturing, designing, think about it. If you are in the industry of alcohol production, think about your way of living. If you are in the sphere of professional sport, especially the young athletes, think about the meaning of your living, about your purpose of living. If you are a politician, think about your decisions. Now, to help you, I'll tell you. All your decisions are running counter the will of Creator. Whether or not you understand it, whether or not you think it, all your decisions violate Creator's will. Therefore, I'm representing Creator to attract your attention that it is not a due time today to behave the way you have been behaving in your life. You have to grow up in spirit. Even though you're a grown-up in the material form, but you are a baby in spirit. You need to think about the purpose of living on this planet, it will be easier for you after resurrection. You will be resurrected for another attempt to choose Creator's evolutionary living path. But it will be only the second attempt. Now, you are still having a chance to take this first attempt and embark upon this living path already living on this planet, so that you would be resurrected on the third day after you pass away, and not after 1,000 years of your unconscious sleep without any material form and in the guardianship of your seraphim. And keep in mind, I've told you, all your thoughts and deeds are registered by the seraphim, and the Ancients of Days shall receive one copy of every registered thought of yours. And the Spirit of Creator, the thought adjuster, also registers all your thoughts and deeds. Yeah, it goes by itself. So that's why take this chance and change your way of thinking, rather than living your selfish life. Start thinking about how to improve your life, that you would feel peace within in your heart. Because you have to know that all the selfish living causes you much stress and tension within, in your brain, in your central nerve system. And that the path to different diseases, illnesses of your material form, and even your mental ability. Spiritual path provides you plenty of opportunities, and one of them is my enlightenment of you, so that you should listen to my other teachings on YouTube. But they're meant to wake up your spiritual personality, because this is the most important thing. The discovery of Creator within, of that very same spiritual fragment of Creator, thought adjuster, which is possible to do only by sincerely addressing Creator as your father and mother, or by any other name, but addressing Him as a person with your own ideas, with your own words, with your own thoughts, provided they are all sincerely expressed. Sincerity is just a compulsory provision, condition, that your words being spoken or your thoughts expressed in your mind would correspond to the state of your consciousness. Don't try to deceive Creator. First, it is impossible to deceive him. On the other hand, and what is even more important to know for you, he is the source and center of sincerity, of goodness, of beauty, of love, mercy, justice. All these characters and many more, they are the traits of Creator's personality. So he can deal only with sincere children who desire to be good. Sincerity. This is the trait of Creator that is also potentially present in your spiritual personality, bestowed by Creator himself upon you. So if you are sincerely addressing Creator, all your thoughts expressed in sincerity reach Creator, and you will begin to feel peace within you, within your mind. If you try to hide something by trying to look a little bit better, so sincerity is being already in a way smeared by your fear and a certain tinge of selfishness. And just insincerity blocks the channel of the living relationship, of the living communion with Creator. It's impossible to reach Creator himself by expressing nice thoughts in nicely worded and fluent streams of words if they are not sincere. Sincerity, it's your inner state of consciousness. You cannot be sincere if you try to hide something. What is in your consciousness? And by this, you cannot receive this peace from Creator, what you are trying to receive from Him. So just speak out everything in sincerity. What you are worried about, what you are planning in your near future or in life in general, it's up to you what you might express to Creator, provided that is in sincerity. And you will be feeling a certain response from Him in energy vibrations. Peace is being passed to your spiritual personality by the spirit of Creator, the thought adjuster, in high frequency vibrations. Fear vibrations are very low frequency sensation and reality within your consciousness, within your mind. The personality of mind is open to bright, good, and just ideas, even fancy thoughts, your future plans. Try to dream about your future bright life with Creator. How you would imagine your life with Creator discovered within. Just try to speculate on this subject while addressing Creator Himself directly, without any priest in between Creator and you, without any imam trying to disclose you all secrets of Quran or whatever. There shouldn't be anyone in between Creator and you, since Creator is within you. It is not in vain that He has bestowed His own Spirit upon the mind of each of us. And this Spirit, thought adjuster, is indwelling each of us. Therefore, we don't need any in between Him and ourselves. Try to commune with Him today without putting off this important task for you. And you will see a real response within you. You will experience it. Creator is not visible, but He is experienceable. And you will experience it, provided that you are sincere, and that your thoughts, ideas are also meant for the benefit of all, for the well-being of all. As narrow ideas that are directed, focused on the personal wealth and at the cost of others, and for the enrichment of only one's family, cannot reach Creator. Don't even make an attempt. So I know what I speak of. I wish you a living communion with Creator today, tomorrow, every day, and all the time on your journey to paradise, to our native home and the dwelling abode of Creator Himself, the Paradise Trinity I am. Embrace you with love in my spiritual hug.